Everybody thought Hillary Clinton was unbeatable, right? But we put together a Benghazi special committee, a select committee. What are her numbers today? Her numbers are dropping. Why? Because she's untrustable. But no one would have known any of that had happened had we not thought and made that happen. Good.
And welcome back to the Daily Wrap. As if House Majority Leader and one-time Speaker in waiting Kevin McCarthy didn't do enough already to bolster the Clinton campaign's efforts to put the email scandal behind them, now we have a second Republican stepping up to call the Benghazi committee little more than an exercise in bringing down Hillary Clinton. And this time, it's no accident.
And Kevin McCarthy basically blew himself up with that comment over the Benghazi committee. You know, which sometimes the biggest sin you can commit in D.C. is to tell the truth. You know, and I this may not be politically correct, but I think that there was a big part of this investigation that was designed to go after people, and an individual, Hillary Clinton.
That was Republican Congressman Richard Hanna of New York, ostensibly telling it like it is when it comes to the true motives of the Benghazi Special Committee. Hanna's remarks come on the heels of allegations made in a lawsuit by a one-time Benghazi Special Committee staffer, Bradley Podliska, who claims he was fired because he wouldn't focus his efforts on bringing down Mrs. Clinton.
This has become a partisan investigation. I do not know the reason for the hyper-focus on Hillary Clinton.
While congressional committees have long been used by both Democrats and Republicans for partisan purposes, are these allegations particularly troublesome given that 4 Americans died in the attack on our facility in Benghazi? Joe?
I can't answer that question. What I can answer is that the Republican Party is stupid.
Well,
they are handing.
You know, I'll enjoy
Hillary
it if
Clinton.
You can go a little deeper.
Sure, I will. I'll be happy to. Hillary Clinton, during the debate 2 nights ago, must have brought up on 3 or 4 different occasions when you bring up her email. She could fall back on this and point every time. See, it's just political. I didn't do anything wrong. Right. It gives her an out. It makes her the victim. And the fact that with McCarthy, I get that he didn't speak elegantly. Right? And untrustable, I don't think is a word, by the way.
It's not. He made up a new word.
Right, he made up a new word, and it was inelegant. So you could say, all right, I guess I got his point that she's untrustworthy, and we're going to reveal the truth via this committee. Right. But this was calculated, this radio interview, from this nobody. Right? And I can guarantee you there'll be a campaign ad or Hillary Clinton talking about it at least 7 or 8 times during her testimony, saying, you guys are just out to get me. We all know why we're here. And you know what? It'll end up being going to her advantage, ultimately, politically.
Carl, there are some people who continue to say that the hearings, actually Mrs. Clinton is appearing next Tuesday. Tomorrow, her top aide, Huma Abedin, will be in a secret session with them. A lot of people are saying, what is the point? Because no matter what the committee says, no matter what they ask Hillary Clinton at this point, it has been so damaged by these remarks. Why bother?
Well, they're hoping for the home run at the end. I think they're hoping to see that.
You think it's a Hail Mary pass?
I don't think it's a Hail Mary. And look, you know what? I believe that nearly every one of these things, left or right, is politically motivated. And especially, I think people saw the fact that she was going to run for president. This was their chance to smash and grab and keep her down. But the fact is, there are guys out there like Trey Gowdy and people like that who genuinely want to know, and I genuinely want to know. Non-political, you know what? I'd love to see someone fry for the fact that 2 of my brothers are dead.
I understand, but Nomi, you know, this is, I believe, the 9th Benghazi committee.
More than Watergate. More committee time than Watergate.
And
really, wow.
Many of them, I think all of them, in fact, have been under Republican leadership.
Yeah.
Is it not at some point fair to say, guys, if you couldn't find out something you're looking for in 8, why are you going to find it out in number 9?
I think there's a few things here. First thing, from day one, I've said if Republicans want to take this seriously, they shouldn't push this hard. And if they really wanted to take her down during an election, if that was the goal, they would have brought this up in the general election, not in the primary. Because in the primary, right now, the Benghazi, whether I actually think there should be a real investigation as well, having worked in Libya and understanding that like they are uncovering more and more. Exactly. But regardless of that, if they wanted to take this seriously, they wouldn't have brought it up in a primary season when Democrats are incredibly skeptical of the Benghazi. I mean, whether you're pro-Hillary or against Hillary, there's no question this has been politicized. I question who this guy was. I think that Hillary and Bill Clinton have a track record of these types of scandals.
This guy is a Republican.
No, I know he's a.
I
No,
agree with
let
you.
me finish. I'm saying that they have a track record of working with Republicans. I mean, they have a long history of scandals where David Brock was against them and now is their biggest supporter. Come on, there's like 50 of these guys.
I doubt that they were able to reach a Republican congressman from New York.
Last thing that drove me crazy was that on stage, she conflated the email question with Benghazi. We've talked about this, how the email situation is more, we believe, more about the Clinton Foundation and where that money was coming from rather than Benghazi. And she went right to Benghazi because she wanted to avoid the email investigation, which is a real investigation by the FBI.
Joe,
she said.
What she said?
Yeah. I agree with Hannah.
Actually, I agree with Hannah too, and that's what I was going to ask Joe
weird.
about. Look, and it's not just about Republicans. Hannah's telling the truth.
Yeah, I agree.
All of these committees are, or at least most of them, are often politically motivated. They're there to cause a problem for the other side. Can we get to a point because of this where Democrats just don't start sniping at the Republicans, but everybody can say enough already? Why are you wasting our taxpayer dollars doing these investigations that are aimed at shooting down somebody who maybe I support and I'm paying for you to take it down? And that goes both ways. Both sides do it.
Let me quote Austin Powers. That train has sailed. All right. We are so polarized and so beyond that, right? Do you honestly believe that the Democrats act no better? I mean, that this goes both ways. You know that.
But what a waste.
It's a waste, yes. And I agree with you in
Trump
principle.
2016.
Yeah, Trump 2016.
Throw that right in. All right, enough. Obviously, we're done with this conversation. What do you make of the latest admission of the Benghazi Committee's mission? If we want to know what you think, let us know at newsmaxtv.com/comments. Coming up, we're going to talk with our friend Rabbi Brad Hirschfeld about violence in Israel.